Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. Today I have my normal weekly packet with my faith page on top, my task list on the left, and my time blocking sheet on the right. All of the sheets that are not the faith page are from Heart Breathings. And then I have my weekly calendar and weekly reflection, which I don't do anything with the reflection until the end of the week. So let's go ahead and figure out how we're going to lay out my functional week. I do have some PET tape stickers that I've already cut apart, but I thought I'd grab some skinny washi tape. I'm just looking to see if there's any colors or patterns that go nicely with the PET tape stickers. I keep all of my small washi on binder rings so they're easy to get on and off. I found that they fall over and get intertwined a lot if I just try to stand them up. So I do keep them on binder rings, and then there is one big ring in the middle. And here is the PET tape from the washi tape shop. I really think that it's pretty, but I will not be buying their PET tape anymore if I have to continue to cut them by hand. It probably took me close to 45 minutes to cut all of these by hand. I do have an envelope that I keep my stamp sets in that I will keep any extra stickers in so that I don't have to cut more every time I want to use this PET tape. The other downfall of having to cut apart the PET tape myself is that a lot of the quotes were really close together with the girls. So it was very difficult to get in the small space between the two stickers. So although I love the look of these stickers, I would not buy more because they take so long to cut apart. And at the price point for this particular PET tape, I don't feel like I should be spending that amount of money, but then also having to spend that amount of time to cut them apart by hand. So if you're looking for PET tape, I would just make sure that they are pre-cut. So when you take them off the sheet, they're already cut into individual stickers. So as you can see, I'm still using these. So I do like them a lot. There are just some downfalls to them. And I definitely want to be transparent on my channel and give you some honest feedback about these products. So since they aren't pre-cut on the sheet, I also have a really hard time getting them off the sticker backing. And my poker tool does not do a very good job of poking through the backing because it's such a thick plastic. So I almost had to put a hole through the front side and the back side just to break that suction between the sticker and the backing. So that's also a pain and doesn't make me want to use these even though they are beautiful stickers. So let's move away from talking about the PET tape. This is my faith page, and I've been using it to write my prayer list, and then down below, I write my verse of the day. Sometimes I'm good about it, sometimes I'm not, but at least I have a space where I can go and do it if I want to. Now I'm going to skip ahead to my weekly spread. The only problem with my packet is I'm never sure which order to do things in. I'm starting with my weekly spread today because I know I'm not going to be able to get my whole packet done in one sitting. I have kids to run around today, so I am just going to start and get as far as I can get, and then I'll run the kids where they need to be, come back, hopefully finish, and then go pick the kids up. And when I say kids today, I do mean my daughter and a friend of hers. My son is thankfully driving now. So I'm just sorting through the girls and deciding where I can put them based upon the shape of the girl. So some of them, although I like them, they just won't fit on this page. I do need to keep this page very functional, but I would like to put 3 girls on the page, and I would like to have them in a triangle so that it is more visually appealing. And now a little time lapse so that you don't have to watch me fight the backing of these 3 stickers. It took me 6 minutes to get the backing off of these 3 stickers. So I was thinking of just functional boxes and functional stickers, and I thought of this Blush In It sticker book because I like that it has tans and browns. And when I pull the sticker book, I don't use a lot of those tans and browns. I'm usually going for the pinks and the off-whites. So I am going to use some of the tans out of the sticker book today. And I'm just going to use these little flags to write the date. And although I would prefer them to be all perfectly aligned, I am not spending the time on that today because I am spending so much time taking off the backing of the PET tape stickers. And while I'm on this page, I am going to also pull some stickers for headers on my sidebar area. Normally on the sidebar, I put my meal plans at the top. Today, I will put them in the middle box since the girl is taking up so much room of the top box, and I don't think I'd be able to fit all of the meal plans in that area. Instead, I'll swap things around. I'll put errands at the top, meal plans in the middle, and phone calls and other communications in the bottom section. I will be using my slice tool to trim off any extra so that it doesn't overlap on the PET tape. And then I'll grab my Chrissy Ann Design stencils to draw some lines. If you missed my favorite tools video that I just posted, I will link that in the cards here and down below. But 2 of my favorite tools are right here, the stencil and the slice tool. Today I am using the 5mm stencil, and that is the stencil that has the lines the closest together. I definitely prefer lines that are closer together. I've always been a college ruled kind of girl, and that's why I lean towards these Chrissy Ann Design stencils for my lines as opposed to the Happy Planner stencil where the lines are wider apart. So this month is crazy for us. May is always a little crazy, but the next 2 weeks are going to be extra busy with soccer tournaments and me having to travel for work. So if you have any go-to meal ideas or things that I can make ahead while I'm gone, please drop them down below. I'm definitely looking for some new ideas. I'm sick of eating the same thing over and over again, but I need something quick and easy or something I can throw in the crock pot and just let go for the day. So this week may not look very busy. I am not traveling this particular week. However, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my son has a soccer tournament out of town. So those days are pretty much shopped. I think we'll be home late Sunday even. Sometimes the games are early on Sunday morning so we can get home and I can get things done. But this particular weekend, I'm pretty sure the games are later in the day. And so the weekend is pretty much completely shot, which means that everything that I would normally complete in a 7-day week, I now have to compress into about a 4.5-day week. So it doesn't seem super packed because I haven't written all my tasks out for the week. But when I get all done, it will be jam-packed with tasks from Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, after I finish work, we'll probably head out. So I do put numbers down the side, and I like to use this in a time blocking manner and not just write my appointments and my tasks willy-nilly throughout the page. So I do time block the top. I put my making all the plans tasks at the bottom. Most of the time, my work stuff lives in my work notebook. Although if I do a daily page, I will write down the tasks that I want to finish on that specific day. But on this particular spread, each Sunday I will go through and make sure everything is time blocked out and correct, at least until that point. And then I will write in all the making all the plans tasks that I would like to try to finish during the week. And speaking of those making all the plans tasks, I am going to go ahead and put stickers in so I can just write MATP on each one. And I just like that visual reminder, even though I know that this is the section that I use to write all my making all the plans tasks. I just wanted a visual reminder that that's where that starts. Other than the numbers down the side for the time blocking, I really wouldn't have to write in anything at this point. I pretty much use this planner the same way every week, and it's working for me. It's functional. I try not to over tweak my planner. I only tweak when something needs to change for my productivity, not just because I'm sick of looking at the same spread. But I normally try to do 1 to 2 making all the plans things each evening, but I don't need a lot of space each day because I am working my full-time job and I have limited hours to focus on my passion project. I will go ahead and write in MATP for my passion project tasks, and then I will go back over to the sidebar and write in the days of the week for my meals. I do leave more space for the weekend meals since I frequently spend more time on them, but then I realized that we're going to be gone this weekend and that was unnecessary. And then I will go ahead and rough schedule my week. So anything that's on my Google Calendar, I will move over to my planner. And no color coding yet. I just wanted to have a visual of what the week will look like. And writing it down is different to me than looking at it on a Google Calendar. So I definitely like to write it down and let it marinate a little bit before I go too much further. While that's marinating, let's go ahead and jump over to the tasks and the time block page. I do want to put a little decor over here, and then I'll get to the functional part. One of the nice things about cutting the PET tape out like this is it's much easier to visualize what your spread is going to look like because you can just move everything around and position it just where you want it to be before taking the backing off. And even though I use wax paper a lot to visualize where things are, this is definitely much easier than even wax paper. So that is the one benefit to having cut these all out by hand. I am trying to pick the girls that look a little bit more spring-like. It is starting to warm up here most days. It's pretty chilly today, but most days it is warmer. So I would like to have the warmer looking girls on the page and not the girls that look like they're in fall. So I'm trying to put the girls where they won't be in my way when I'm doing the functional aspect. So it was hard to fit one of the girls up on the top of the spread. So that's why I picked this girl that was fixing her shoe because she was shorter than the other girls. And I could tuck her around the date and in between the headers of the table down below. So her foot is actually between the project task column and the estimated time column. So I like how she just kind of can fit right in that little area that I have. That top box is frequently empty, so I don't mind using up quite a bit of space with the girl here. I may put in the soccer schedule for the week or a note that says we would be out of town for the weekend, just so I remind myself why I'm not getting as many tasks done as I would have liked. I am placing this girl over top of a column, but since there is plenty of space to the left of her to make a new column, that is what I'm planning on doing. And for the third girl, I don't usually write so many tasks that it fills up that whole column, which is good since there's no way with a full working week scheduled that I could get that many tasks completed. I will drop in just a little bit of washi tape as well, just so it does not look like the two girls are completely floating. The girl on the left, I will put the washi tape under her feet so it looks like she's standing on it. I would have moved it up just a hair, but I didn't want to pull the sticker up to tuck it under her feet. So I did just leave that little gap between her foot and the washi tape. I will also put a little bit of washi tape up at the top so I can break up the name of my goal and then the tasks down below it. I'll also drop one more piece of washi tape in behind the girl that's over in the box on the right hand side. I do have plenty of room for quotes, so I'm going to go ahead and dig through and see which quotes I like best and where I want to place them. And the three quotes that I decide on for these pages are up by the task area, I put you can do anything but not everything, which I thought was fitting for a task page. Down at the bottom, I put your life is as good as your mindset. And then over on the right hand side, it says, the day you plant the seeds is not the day you eat the fruit. And you can tell even more on this layout that the stickers are a little bit shiny. And a lot of times that bothers me, but in this particular case, I think it turns out okay. It might be because all of the stickers are shiny except for the few that I pull from the Blush Knit sticker book, but it's not bothering me like it normally does. And although I have a longer goal written out for each of these sections, my three main goals, so when I say making all the plans, I know that that means that I want to increase my YouTube subscriptions. For personal, I'm focusing on my health, and for home, it is everything around getting my son driving. So these are the tasks that I need to focus on in order to reach my goals by the end of this quarter, so the end of June. And I am going to put a bunch of tasks in for making all the plans, but for my videos, I am putting them in the order that I need to focus on them. But I might not be able to get all the tasks done that I'm putting down on my list this week. But if I can make progress towards getting them done, that is my goal. So this week I will be home during the week, and then we will be traveling for soccer this coming weekend. The following week, I'll be home the whole week. We have one last soccer game, and my niece graduates, so we may meet up with them. And then Memorial Day week is the crazy week. I need to go out of town for 3 days. We're debating on which 3 days we're going for work. And then I will be off on Friday to go help set up for my niece's graduation party. And that will probably be the whole weekend. So I need to try to get ahead. And looking at the calendar this week, I think it's funny that I'm trying to get ahead this week. Last week I tried to get ahead, but we had a huge storm in Ohio, so we spent quite a bit of time in the basement one night. We also had a random power outage for 12 hours. So my plans of getting ahead were somewhat foiled. We also have had soccer and a dance this weekend. So I'm doing my best, and I'm sure this video is going up late as well, but I am trying to stay on top of things and enjoy the process. So I have my videos, some Instagram, managing comments and such, and hopefully a lesson in my masterclass. Unfortunately, the Insta pretty much falls off the table immediately because of how little time I have, but I would really like to just get more comfortable using it so it doesn't take as long and it's more manageable. I also have the workouts that I'd like to get done, as well as the tasks that would move me forward to making my son an independent driver, which includes things like getting my husband a new car. So that probably won't happen this week either. Over on the time blocking section, I will write out each video. I am trying to break them into smaller chunks. And one of the reasons why I'm trying to get ahead is once I record a video, it takes quite a bit of time to get the video from my phone to my computer. And if I can have a day in between when I record and when I want to edit something, that makes my life a ton easier and it saves so much time. So that is why I'm trying to get ahead. It's not just because the calendar is crazy, which that is also one of the reasons, but I really would like to start managing it where I'm recording one day, editing the next day, and then it goes up the next day or later. So I had to chuckle because after looking at all the estimated time and looking at my calendar, I have no idea how I'm even going to get the things that I absolutely have to get done this week done. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my color coding so that I can visualize how much time I'm actually going to have or how little time I'm actually going to have this week. The purple is kid stuff. So my son has an IEP meeting Monday morning, and then he has soccer practice 2 evenings. I do need to be at the IEP meeting. I do not need to be at the soccer practices since he can drive. The peach is work items, and I'm just trying to count the number of blocks and make sure I am spending the right amount of time at work. Unfortunately, I frequently spend more time at work on Tuesdays and Thursdays than what I have blocked off, so that ends up being an issue. Unfortunately, I am not the type of person where when it hits 4:30 or 5 o'clock, I can just pick up my things and leave. I feel like I need to finish whatever I'm working on before I leave, and sometimes that can be late. I have a mammogram appointment scheduled the middle of the day on Wednesday, which I always try to schedule my appointments at the beginning of the day just so it doesn't mess up my work day. However, since I don't have any meetings after that appointment, I might take the rest of the afternoon off and work through some making all the plans tasks. Other than Monday morning and Wednesday afternoon, the rest of my work week is pretty typical. So hopefully I will be able to get out of the office when I need to. I go into the office on Thursdays and Tuesdays unless something else is happening, and I don't think anything else is going on this week. This bright blue is for launch and the time that I'm setting aside to complete that. I will have to tweak this a little bit because Mel Robbins is having a live on Tuesday while I'm in meetings, so I'm not going to be able to watch it live. I'll have to watch it later, but I will have to schedule that in. They're normally 2-hour sessions, so that might mean a late night Tuesday night, an early morning Wednesday morning, but I would like to watch that as soon as it comes back out for replay. The gray is routine, so my morning routine. The light blue is exercise. I'm really hoping to have the time and the energy to get in exercise this week. The other thing that has been foiling my plans lately is my daughter's friends have all stopped riding the bus for some reason, and she doesn't want to ride the bus because of that, which I don't really blame her, but she wants me to take her to school every day. And on the days that I go into the office, it's fine. But on the days that I don't go into the office, having to take her to school at 7 o'clock kind of messes up my morning. It's like, do I work out before, after? When do I shower? So it's been a little bit weird trying to schedule that in. But there's only 2 more weeks of school left, and then I'll be able to set my schedule the way I want it to be in the morning. This pink is for making all the plans. As you can see, there isn't a lot of pink on the calendar for this week, so I'm going to have to figure something else out, which is why I'm thinking maybe I'll take Wednesday afternoon off and just hammer through as many tasks as I can for making all the plans. But this is why I like to spend the time in my planner ahead of the week so that I can get a good idea of what I can actually accomplish this week, what needs shifted around, if my kids need rides anywhere, all of those things, just so it's all in my head and thought through, and I'm not scrambling to get the have tos done because I put too many maybes and want tos in my schedule. But I have 51 estimated time blocks for everything that I want to do for making all the plans. And a time block is 30 minutes, so that's 25 and a half hours. And I have 18 task blocks mapped out. So clearly a lot of things are going to have to go. That's where I'm looking. Where can I fit something in? So I will start to think through that and make the necessary adjustments. But let's go ahead and get this punched and ready to go in my planner. But thanks for coming along with me today. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're watching this on Sunday, I hope you have a great Mother's Day. And otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.